There's that end of day low. So right, we hit this resistance. There's a decline through multiple support levels into the end of the day, and there's this moment where we hit this resistance level here, which is this right here. Followed by a sharp move to a low. And this should be support at the end of the day that can be relied upon. I was definitely expecting more of a move. Like, I would have expected a move here, and probably like a bigger move, and probably more down here, to be quite frank. But this is a fake out kind of situation at the end of the day. Oh, well, here, this, I mean, we might have the move here. It could still happen, really.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, B. Why do you say 390, B? There you go, buddy. He's so funny. My dog likes to sit on the table where I do my readings while I'm at the computer. But as soon as I put him up there, he like acts like he wants to go down. And if I put him on the floor, he comes right back and asks me to put him on the table again. It's like, go to sleep. There's a lot of Princess of Wands energy here. End of day, move to the, oh, sorry, that was on the 27th. Princess of Wands energy here, Princess of Wands energy here, bringing us into a low for, not actually a low for the month, but pretty close. This peace level is probably going to turn out to be a pretty, like a solid support level. Correlations for the two discs here, actually. So likely there's going to be some price swings here in the post market or like in the pre market tomorrow. Looks like there's a price swing around the. There's probably one in the post-market and probably one in the pre-market here. It looks like around the open we go from a notable decline to a notable move higher. See, and we've got Emperor here at the end of the day. We've got Emperor as the theme card tomorrow. This is kind of like a sideways fluctuation along a support level. Sometimes it's big swings, but along support. Sometimes it's a narrow range, but still along support. I'm curious why you say 390 beat. Is there any reason? End of the day, I think the Emperor card, it's support that usually can be relied upon. It's a sound foundation of support. It looks like we're kind of coming into a bottom here. We're probably right around this 396 mark. And then, from what I can tell, we're doing price swings tomorrow along that price level. I'm so sorry, guys. I would sell if that's profitable, Raymond. I would sell now. I would have expected you to sell that first thing in the morning. I would sell it now. You'll get another opportunity to get in. So we're kind of bottoming here on RSI. We're coming up on this support that held first thing in the morning. The Emperor card, in a lot of cases, it'll indicate like a male ruler's highlighted, but more often than not, it's really indicating a sound foundation of support that can be relied upon. We talk a lot about support that doesn't hold or false support. This would be a case where the support should hold. We may break, so what may happen here is we may break through it as a fake out. But if so, we would still be dealing with that price level tomorrow. With this price level is my sense. This was notated back at the Two of Swords here on the 24th. We had a unicursal. Do it like this. Unicursal at the high. And here we find ourselves below it again. Even though we went higher right afterwards. Even so, we find ourselves back down below it. It's an important price level. It should be marked as universal, actually. Let me do that. tickle in my throat. Right, so you can see it already seems as though it's at least temporarily acting as support. I don't see anything leading me to believe that we have this big move here. There is this Princess of Wands energy here, so probably right off of the support, right around the close, there's a move to the upside. It may not be a big move, but probably we end with a slight move to the upside, and then we might break through this price level in the post market. But I don't think that's. We'll find ourselves above it the following day. Oh, you're at $100 loss? Damn. Yeah, that's my feeling. Is that we stay above it at least until the last minute. Even if you're close to it, like the price of the options is going to change so much on the day of expiration. It's going to change so much that even if you there's a point at which you could have made money, the decision-making process is not going to allow you to think clearly. You never want to stay in them until expiration day. So what my recommendation would be, and even if I'm wrong, that's the smart move. That's what a cautious trader would do. They don't want to get too close. You're already, if you ask me, too close with the expiration. So kind of choppy, but there's a crest in there at the end of the day on the second. Like tomorrow morning, in the midst of a move to the upside, would be another opportunity to get into a short position, which would probably want to be closed. Another opportunity on the second here to get into a short position. It looks like towards the end of the day, most likely. Well, actually, it's here midday. You could roll the expiration. I mean, yeah, that's what I would do, but with the intent to get back in at a slightly higher, like when the markets move slightly higher tomorrow morning. In the morning, there's this rally to the upside. There's going to be price swings here in like the pre-market and probably the first hour and a half. This is pretty erratic into noontime volatility. Some pretty big moves higher here around 1 o'clock. But then we have this unicursal at an important technical price level here. It could very well be one of the ones we already have marked. Right, and it looks like it's a cash out opportunity. If you were to open up a long position, like right this second, you could probably close it tomorrow morning in the midst of that rally. It's not the clearest trade, so like if you really need to count on the next trade making money, probably not the trade to go with right now. But most likely, if you open a long position right now, you'll be able to close it for a profit tomorrow morning, probably around 10 o'clock. And then you could open up a short position at 10 o'clock as well. I think we probably do quite a bit of sideways behavior on the first. Five of Wands, first thing in the morning on the first. Five of Wands around late morning on the second. Okay, so there's probably a price level that we meet here in the morning on both the first and the second. That's an opportunity to open up a short position. It's probably this price level here, whatever we see at the end of the day on the second. And that's really an opportunity to open up a short position there at the end of the day on the second. You can even do it before end of the day on the second. It would probably be best to do it here. And then it looks like we come back down to these price levels, right? To this Emperor price level. I'm actually going to mark this off as Emperor and see if we can utilize the Emperor as a good support indicator. Let's see if it holds true. It's kind of a new addition to the interpretation of the Emperor. It was difficult for quite some time to determine technical behavior because I was too focused on it signifying a male leader. And I do brown for Earth, for discs, I should say, which is the Earth element representational. We already marked this price level off. It became important right here. Yeah, that was a smart move, Raymond. Better to take a small loss and not risk it. You can always get into another position, make it back fast. So I'm just curious how it ended up being a loss. Do you remember what time you sold it, or excuse me, what time you opened it, on what day? Alright, so end of the day on the 24th. Alright, so there, we marked that as the Two of Swords, and it ends up being, see, we left that price level and went higher, right? And then we've come back to it. We were informed that was an important price level ahead of time. Like now it's just looking like an important price level to a lot of traders, but utilizing ESO meta-analysis and the fact that that's what the piece card generally indicates is an important technical price level, we were able to determine that sooner. And you can see here we basically used it as support. Right, now we're moving to the upside, and we should do some price swinging off of this price level, but this should be solid, sound foundation of support. Man, you came on at like perfect timing to sell it. I mean, from the standpoint of the best time between the present and moving forward. '24th, we also had the Ace of Wands. Let me see how that holds. Also, Ace of Wands was the unicursal price level. So this is Ace of Wands and unicursal. Mark that off in orange. why am I marking that off now? Because we're coming up on... Now, the Princess of Wands doesn't... It's not your typical price level indicator, but it could be the same price level that we're seeing again, right? Or Ace of Wands, I should say, right? And yeah, we're probably going to play around here tomorrow. This held pretty true. I really did expect us to test this level here, but that means all the more likely that we test it here. Oh right, and we were gonna mark this off here. As the Emperor price level, which is like an earthy energy. Let me double check on that. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see. I wonder if it's fire. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. We could maybe say that this is the Emperor level here. Yeah. Boom. Oh. Right, so we're probably going to bounce around. The Emperor level is really like around here, like this range between like 397-ish and 396.54-ish. That's Emperor level. And the reason why I'm utilizing it like that is because we have it here at the end of the day, and then again tomorrow, and we're finishing at it. And this is establishing itself as a solid foundation of support. Like I said, we could rely on it. I'm so glad you got out of that position, Raymond. 406 on 224. Interesting. Let's see where we went wrong. Okay. And oh, right in the midst of that move, and we expected there to be this drop here. Oh, so frustrating. See, this move out of here continued. It really was accurate from the stand. Looking back on it now, it really was accurate. The move higher continued. So let me see on the 25th, 24th. I see where I went wrong. So it's an overarching energy, right? The Princess of Wands energy that was indicating an opportunity to open up a short position in the midst of a rally higher. If it had been like a one day chart correspondence, see, it's a blue correspondence, which means it's an overarching energy. In other words, it lasts usually more than just an hour. It lasts for several hours or over the course of more than a day. See, Princess of Wands here actually has overarching energy all the way into the end of the day on the 27th. So into the 27th anyways. And then there's that opportunity with that. Yeah, so I'll know better how to read those blue correspondences. The blue correspondences are a new addition that maybe like the end of 2022 we started doing, so still some learning curve there. Hey, Vanessa. Well, best of luck to you on those certifications. I'm sure you'll do fantastic. No, we were just discussing. Well, so yours expires on the 10th. You got a little bit of wiggle room, but I just advised it for somebody to close their put that expired on the 2nd, right here at the lows. So what I think we're probably going to do is we're going to bounce around here between this price level, like 396.50-ish, and probably 398.40. We'll see how high we go in the morning, but we'll probably bounce around like back and forth for a bit tomorrow over that. And there's an opportunity in the morning to open up a short position. This would be more reliable than the Princess of Wands overarching blue correlation by any means. And I say opportunity, there's a unicursal here, so we're going to be doing some back and forth, it would appear. I think from the standpoint of the Wands, Ace of Discs, Ace of Discs. We're gonna be doing like some back and forth. I don't think we're gonna see lower Vanessa, unfortunately. And I was just explaining. I wonder, did you purchase that put on the 24th as well? Interesting. So is that like a government position? Where do you get that specialist that certification for? What type of? Obviously, you're a specialist in anti-money laundering, but where would you find yourself? Is that something that you can make into a private business, or is it something that's more regulated? Yeah. Okay. So that's my bad, Vanessa. We were just uncovering where I went wrong as you hopped on and asked the question. Yikes! Look at that. Oh, so this is the fake out. This is the fake out. Yep, that's the fake out. The fake out to a day's low right there in the devil card. But do not be like in fear. I mean, this position, this end of day support level. We're hanging out with it all tomorrow, and then there's unicursal. So tomorrow, in the midst of the move higher, is when I suggested getting back in into a short position. Or if you're still in your position, so you might wait until tomorrow to. You might wait until Interesting. It's tricky. There's a lot of choppiness here, guys. Okay, so that's one of them. That's that right there. Okay. There's a chance there's like we're now moving into March, so when I say when you ask if we see another low, I'm talking about in terms of overall looking at the trend though. There's a high midday on the 2nd. Yes, okay, so there's this Ace of Wands here on the 1st, there's this Ace of Wands here on the 2nd. I think we're probably going to see ourselves hanging out, like pushing at like the top of a range somewhere. Like, it's probably the same, around the same price level here on both days. But it's the 2nd where the short opportunity becomes really clear again, on the 2nd to open up a short position here. That's the next solid trade that I see. That's clear, is on the 2nd here to open up a short position. So you might, what's your expiration on those, Vanessa? Or I'm sorry, what's your strike price on those? Yeah, see, we're really bottoming out, guys. Like, this is a fear tactic. So I think probably, let's draw some new ellipses. I think we're probably going to come on the lower range here. So let me narrow this down a bit. So we should kind of like do some back and forth, back and forth. See, even on the third, the trade card corresponds backwards to the Ace of Wands there. And see, this is where we probably on the third come back to the Emperor price level. So we should move to the upside with some drops in there, but I think we're gonna do like back and forth. Like this. $391. I should have been clearer with you guys. Like the opportunity when we missed this opportunity, like I expected it to drop and it went higher. That was a failed trade. We should have then identified where to exit. But really, this was the best place to exit anyway. So I guess it worked out for some people. I would say getting back into a put. You probably just want to try and get out at one of these, like when we're in this range here. Probably get out of it and wait to get it back in at a better price level somewhere within this range, and that should allow for you to profit around the on the third in the morning, around 11 o'clock ish, closing here on the third. Between like 10 and 11. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, as soon as let's get in that practice of like when we plan on an exit and then something doesn't go according to plan, like we take that as a failed trade, cut or loss, and move on. There's always a better, like, entry point is so important when you're dealing with options. The timing of the entry point is so important because you can have everything right but got in at the wrong time and it'll mess it all up. And unfortunately, that was my bad. So I was explaining where I went wrong, which is with the way that I read this Ace of Wands energy on the 1 day correlator. The blue circles and on the 1 days, the blue stars or blue triangles, that's all cross-reading correlations or cross time frame correlations. So like the relationships between the 1 month cards and the 1 day cards, where they lie. And so I read this Princess of Wands energy, which is an overarching 1 month energy. I read it in the way that I would if it was appearing as a 1 day energy, like if it was just like within like an hourly kind of scale. But really, it's an overarching scale. You see, there's Princess of Wands all through there, and then we have Princess of Wands, or Ace of Wands is also considered Princess of Wands energy, again and again. So here you go, Princess of Wands. So it's something that on the 1 day charts we'll see multiple correspondences. And so what I did is I basically read it as just the 1 day scale, which would have meant that right there, that hour on the 24th was the hour to get in. But really, it was just part of the move, the Princess of Wands move. Princess of Wands move continued. What is this here? Adjustment. Yeah, Princess of Wands move continued. We see Princess of Wands there. Right, Princess of Wands. So, with that said, really what I should have been able to interpret, and I'll get it right next time. The blues are really a new addition to our system relative to the rest of the systems. There's a learning curve, but I'll read it in terms of that, and I won't be so quick to jump the gun on when to enter into that short position, if that makes sense. Anyhow, I should have said this earlier, guys. So we're back in action on the website. Payments on everything should be working great. We're still unable to do like recurring subscriptions. So when you sign up for subscription, it will send you an email reminding you to pay for the following month, and that way we can maintain the subscriptions until such time that we're able to take recurring payments again. But aside from that, you should be able to purchase anything as you normally would on the website. If you can't, please let us know right away. And so with that said, there's been an increase obviously to the subscription price. We're now doing $111 a month for the subscription, for the monthly subscriptions. That price is also, it's going to go up again, guys. I want to be clear. When we have, I'm just looking for another 5. I call you guys angel investors. You're sponsoring the content basically. So when we have 5 more people subscribed at $111, the price of the monthlies is likely going to go to $249 a month. There's 5 spots left at the $111 a month space. So I'm just letting people know that's the plan ahead of time. If you want to maintain $111 rather than have to scoop it up at $249 a month, you want to be one of the next 5 people to sign up for a subscription. And the way that you do that, guys, you go to the website tarotfortraders.com, our services, SO Meta Forecasts. Let's say you want to see XRP, you want to see the XRP monthly, you click here, type in XRP, add to cart. Right, and that signs you up for XRP. You'll get the paid version, which has all the best trades that we see for that month, and you're basically paying for the following month, so you'd be paying for April. Friends, don't be one of the people who waits too long. And as always, guys, if you're new to the channel, the whole point of the channel is to profit from this information. This information is coming through holy means, and it's intended to be used for good. So the way that you maintain a profitable track record utilizing this information is by following the rule of karma, which is the main purpose of the channel. 5% of the profits that you make from the information should go back to one of these charities here. You can donate right through the channel, or you can do it to some other charity, as long as you're paying it forward into the universe. And then 5% of the profits should go back to the channel as a thank you for all the hard work and free work that we do. I don't trade for the most part, just to keep myself from becoming biased. So those 5% that people send, we recognize your names, believe it, when that's so. We remember who you are. You're very, very much appreciated. We have some new people hopping on here, so I'm wondering if there's any questions that anybody has before I roll. Going once. Just to reiterate, guys, the price of our monthly subscription, we need 5 more people subscribed for a monthly to support content to the channel. You do so here, but once we have 5 more orders at $111 a month, that price goes up to $249. So if you do have intentions of signing up for subscription, you'd want to do so pretty soon, guys. Our traffic is going up, our demand is going up, and we have the ability to take payments again. Woohoo! When I use the word discrimination, companies, they take notice, and they were discriminating, so they stopped. Right on to square for doing the right thing. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. As always, make sure you follow that rule of karma, and I'll see you guys on the next one.